Welcome to this installment in my series featuring amazing collectible comic book variant cover editions for your collection. In this video we will look at the limited print Comicxposure variants sold by Comicxposure.com. Comicxposure releases variant comic covers for some of the most popular titles around, and I'll show you a handful of the variety of comic covers offered. Check with Comicxposure.com through the link below to see their updated list of available variants. They are well known for offering both color and black and white variants for the same limited edition cover design. This means consumers have a choice in the type of limited edition they want. Their comics are available for worldwide shipping. I asked Comicxposure what makes their variants so popular. I was told that they act as another exclusive option for collectors in a larger field of options. Sometimes the original artwork for the cover released for a popular title doesn't catch the story, or the customer just wants another option. Thus, Comicxposure covers try to go with what the collector would like to see. Like, if I was the artist, this is what I would want as a cool cover. Each variant edition comes with a distinctive Comicxposure logo. It's printed in different sizes, but once you see that logo, you know you have a real Comicxposure collectible. Personally, I found out about Comicxposure variants because of their enormous number 4 New York Comic Con cover variant. I love the enormous series and will do a video on it soon, but I noticed that the Comicxposure edition already was fetching upwards of $100 on the secondary market. That was pretty impressive demand for such a new book. I spoke to Comicxposure's owner Eddie, and he sent me some samples to share with my viewers. So let's get started and show you what they got. First to be featured is the highly anticipated relaunch of Star Wars #1 by Marvel Comics. Marvel was the first comic book publisher to launch the Star Wars comic book series back in 1977, and it's only fitting that this new installment returned back home to Marvel. It sold out and broke sales records upon release earlier this year. Needless to say, these Comicxposure variants are very hot properties in the secondary market. The color cover variant has a print run of 3,000 units and the black and white has a print run of 2,000. This might seem high, but demand is strong enough to warrant current resale prices of $20 to $30 a piece. Prices are even higher for CGC graded editions of 9.2 or higher, going for about $150 to $200. The original cover price was only $4.99. Next up is Action Lab's Zombie Tramp #5. Now, to be honest, this series is new to me, and I didn't even know it existed until I received these copies from Comicxposure. I seem to be hiding under a rock because this is a well-known and popular series about a call girl bitten by a zombie and her violent madcap adventures. Instead of color versus black and white editions, we have underwear versus no underwear covers. These both have low print runs, and the exposed version is only a mere 500 units. They are currently fetching about $20 to $40 per variant, the exposed version naturally garnering more. Very nice books for my collection. As mentioned before, Comicxposure produces collectible variant covers for very popular titles. This is especially true for Spiderman/Spider-Verse comics. What we have here is Amazing Spider-Man #15 and SpiderGwen #1 in a two-part connected cover. SpiderGwen is a red-hot book right now, in addition to Silk, and this is an amazing perspective of two heroes watching over the city. Each one is limited to 3,000 copies and they're currently fetching $20 to $30 as a set. But wait, there's more. Comicxposure also released black and white editions of these two covers. This Amazing Spider-Man #15 has a print run of 1,500 and SpiderGwen at 2,000 units. As a sold pair, they're going for about $40 to $50 online. Staying with the Spider-Verse, we have Amazing Spider-Man #9 with a sweet cover of Lucky Spider-Man surrounded by his female counterparts Silk, Spider-Gwen, and Spider-Woman. The back cover is plain white for both the color and black and white editions. The color edition has a print run of 3,000 units and the black and white at 1,500. On the secondary market, I've seen them both fetch anywhere from $40 to upwards of $70 as a set. So there you have the first taste of Comicxposure variant editions released by Comicxposure.com. Although these editions are already selling at premiums on the secondary market, you should visit their website to see what new variants are available. You will be impressed. For future resale value, or just to have because you love comic books and don't want to resell, you will find some really cool books for your collection from them. Comicxposure ships orders worldwide, and for US customers, shipping is completely free for orders over $30. So you could get limited edition comic books delivered to your front door at no delivery cost. My friends, that's a great deal. Tell them the homie Game Guru sent you. Eddie and his crew will treat you right. I will share more unique and worthwhile variants with you soon. Until next time, fellow comic book collecting aficionados. Cheers.